No, it was this guy's here. I don't want to waste his time, but afterwards. Yeah, hi, nice to meet you, this guy. What's your name? Sorry. David, nice to see you.
How are you?
Did we meet? We met in London, didn't we?
No.
No?
I don't think so, no.
Name and outlet, and then
We
you
might
can
have
begin,
for Star
okay?
Trek, okay.
Okay, David Martos from Spain, Canal to Spain. Benedict, thank you very much for being
Sorry,
I wish we
one
could.
sec.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
I wish we could do this one in Spanish, like you probably did with Daniel. But I'm sorry to not be able to do that.
I met him two weeks ago in an interview in Madrid.
Go ahead, sorry.
Okay, David Martos, Canal to Spain. Thank you very much for being with us. You didn't met Julian Assange, right? What had you asked him if you had met him?
I think that remains to be private, really, to be honest. The nature of our conversation would have probably been dictated by him, and I imagine that he would have wanted to, as he did in an email to me when we communicated at the beginning of the film, want to persuade me not to do it. He didn't want to condone a project by meeting me that he felt was based on two antithetical accounts of events to his own and that would be poisonous potentially to his organisation and collaborators and himself. And I completely respected that point of view, but at the same time wanted to persuade him that he didn't have that fear. I think I wouldn't really have asked him a specific question. I think I would have sat and observed him and, just tried to get a feeling for what his energy is in a room, as well as obviously how he handles himself as a physical specimen that I'm trying to pretend to be. But beyond that, I doubt he would have cooperated by giving me revealing secrets of his personality beyond what he has already in his unauthorized autobiography and in any other kind of shape or form that exists out there already. So I don't think I would have got a scoop. I don't think I would have got something that would have helped me portray him.
Your film tries to give two sides of the same facts to,
Yeah,
to the audience.
really important to me, that. Really.
Yeah, but what's your personal approach to this? Because yesterday in the press conference you were like very supportive of the things he did.
I am. I mean, I'm supportive of the things he did. It doesn't mean that I categorize him as a hero because of that. I think he's a complex individual, incredibly provocative. But as the film does, it shows what an extraordinary achievement and idea that was. This whistleblowing website called WikiLeaks, based on an algorithm where people can anonymously dump data and pull into focus the balance of power and as citizens question those institutions, organizations, businesses, military organizations, governmental institutions. And that's a sign of a healthy democracy, in my opinion, to be able to ask questions. And that should be celebrated. Everything about him being celebrated. I mean, it's really, for me, it's about examining the complexities of a human being, not coming down on one side or the other. But where I defend him is defending what we do with him in the film. That's a very important distinction. What I feel we give him a fair exposure, and I know there's been a mixed reaction to that, but I'll stand by the fact that as much as people may think it's not a good impersonation of him or that it vilifies him, I also think, independent of their judgment of my performance, that it's a very balanced portrayal of the issues and the complexities of the people involved in those complex issues. So that's what I was defending as much as I was defending him. I was defending our interpretation of him within the film.
Okay, my last question would be about the general state of filmmaking, because we have a problem in Spain. Young people is not going to the cinemas anymore.
Really?
So
Really?
Do you think...
Is that because of the expense?
I don't know, that's the question. I mean, do you think that we are telling the stories we should tell to attract people to the cinema?
Well, I think you're at a festival that proves that. I think there are incredibly important big films here. There are fun films, there are extraordinarily entertaining films, it's a real rich, harvest of films, and I think it's very hard to look at the health of the industry in a moment like this, in the season of the films that we have coming out at a place like Toronto, and question whether we're not telling the right story. I think it's without doubt we are. We're telling contemporary stories, we're telling really important historical stories in the shape of 12 Years a Slave, where I'm just going to talk about my films now, but the third one in August Sage County is a Pulitzer Prize-winning play, award-winning, Tony Award-winning. I mean, it's a massive achievement in modern American drama, and that's been dramatized into a film, hopefully for an even wider audience than saw it on stage. So, is that a bad variety of subject matter in films? Are we telling the wrong stories? Absolutely not. We're telling the right stories, and it's a very exciting part, and that was a very exciting time to be part of that for me.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure.